Candace Owens is finding out why you shouldn't cry wolf.
Since I made that announcement. And here is the official response issued by the Élysée Palace. Nothing. I want you to bear in mind that this was front page global news from the United States to Russia. And I publicly challenged the Candace is making everything up crowd to prove it. Press the White House for a response, right? The White House the ball's very firmly in their court. And a week later, this is the official White House response. So what are we to make of that, you guys?
Expecting the White House to jump into a response, or the French government to jump into a response, from accusations made by somebody who is widely deemed to be non-credible, is a lot to ask from official institutions.
Did I report it to the White House? Of course I reported it to the White House. Did I report it to the FBI? Of course I reported it to the FBI. Did I report it to our counterterrorism unit? Of course I reported it, because I'm telling you there's a paper trail. Common sense. You think I'm just doing that because I'm assuming you could get a felony for making something up out of thin air like that? You can't just use United States resources to go after somebody in a plot that never existed that you did for clicks on YouTube.
I don't doubt that she really believes this. I don't doubt that she got a real email from somebody who told her these things. I do doubt the credibility of all of it. And so do a lot of people.
So what's the issue here? Why is no one coming out and telling you that that's completely baseless, especially the Charlie Kirk assassination? The whole world is invested in that assassination. Wouldn't you want to shut that down? The idea that it was a multinationally planned event? And by the way, is that on its face even plausible? Multiple agencies and multiple countries involved, from Egypt to Israel. People are saying that's totally crazy.
Her conspiracies make no sense to me. I think the people who most likely would have a conspiracy to do that to Charlie were the Democrats in the deep state, because he helped swing the election. I never hear Candace say that. She's always blaming the countries that she has personal problems with.
Now, in terms of formal replies that we received from government structures, the only department that we did hear back, well, first let me say I did not at all hear back from the FBI on the American side. I did hear back from the counterterrorism unit. I did hear back from the White House confirming that that message had been delivered on Trump's desk, me saying that I had the information. I guess he didn't want to inquire further.
This is what really kind of set me off when she said this. She leaked that conversation she had with President Trump. She had no respect for him. She leaked it for content. Therefore, Trump learned not to call Candace Owens and not to trust her. Then she accused Trump and the FBI of being complicit with Charlie's assassination. So you betrayed Trump, you've accused Trump, and Trump really cared about Charlie Kirk. And she expects him to respond when she makes another accusation, accusing Trump was false and accusing him was wrong.
Which is interesting. But the FBI left me on red.
After constantly attacking the FBI Director Kash Patel and his girlfriend, she's surprised that the FBI left her on red. After accusing the FBI of being complicit in Charlie's assassination, she also somehow turns to them for help and is in disbelief that they're not jumping to her side.
And I will say, I didn't go through an official channel and send an email, and I should do that. But I did send a text message to somebody very high up who received the text message.
She leaks text messages. If you text Candace Owens, odds are she's going to show it. For content, for receipts, nothing good can come from a text exchange with Candace Owens.
No response. Now, I thought that the claim of the French Foreign Legion being involved in Charlie's assassination, I thought the FBI might be interested. No phone calls even from Utah's FBI branch have come into me either. Wouldn't you want to see? Aren't we supposed to be investigating the Charlie Kirk assassination? It was totally not a state operation.
She then turns around and accuses them all over again. It's like harassing a McDonald's employee and then going through the drive-thru and ordering something like nothing happened. And then before you're even done with your food, you just start harassing them all over again.
And they really want to get to the truth, which explains why nobody called.
This is what happens when you cry wolf. She's constantly making accusations. If something happens to me, it was the Zionists. I can't tell you how many times she's hinted at that. Now she gets this strange email from this strange person. She takes it to heart. She thinks it's true. Personally, I think somebody's messing with her. I'm not saying that there isn't a threat for her. What I'm saying is, if she is really in danger, she won't see it coming. But she is accusing everyone. People who have nothing to do with it. I don't believe Trump had anything to do with it. I think there is a conspiracy, but she's accusing a lot of people. And to turn around and trustingly ask the FBI and Donald Trump to help her after accusing them and dragging them through the mud and then being mad that no one's running to her or taking her seriously, that, my friends, is why we tell the story of the boy who cried wolf to our kids. To teach them the value of their words and how lying hurts you in the long run. Because one day there will be a wolf, and you'll wish you had more credibility.